Good morning, you bad, beautiful bitches. You. It is Wednesday the 18th. By the time you're hearing this, don't call, don't text. All right, I'm going to be on the beaches in Saint Martin. Okay, so
what's that accent?
A lot of, I believe it's French or Dutch. They have both there. So
you guys are going for a week,
going for a little getaway.
all
yeah,
inclusive.
No.
This one's doing pretty well.
You know what's funny? Colin and I grew up on all-inclusive resorts.
You have to.
She not hates all-inclusive.
Yeah, I would never do an
5
all-inclusive.
stars.
Gotta be a little more fancy, as they say.
5. How do you get higher than? I don't think they go higher
You know,
than 5
she's like,
stars.
The food's not great at all. They water down your booze.
That's what the excuses
Their
are for
Bud
the
Lights
old.
taste exactly the same, so you should be good. But that'll be fun. When did you book that?
Literally
2 weeks
like 2
ago.
wees ago. Yeah.
Wow, so not even in advance to save a little money.
No. Didn't we grow up the same? Isn't it unbelievable?
Does Jim know about this?
Yeah, I just called him the other night, told him the deal.
Wow.
That's what's crazy about like it's interesting. You book a vacation then so soon. I almost like the no wait game. Like
Well,
you
yeah.
booked, and I was like, okay, cool. We go in a week. You know.
I had to pay like a little extra for like overnight shipping for new clothes, obviously, but that's like,
Roger that.
yeah.
Well, we'll talk about that later.
What's
you know?
the resort you guys are staying at?
The Morgan?
The Morgan, yeah.
Again. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to look that up after
Yeah,
the show.
yeah.
I'm gonna
So-
sneak into your bag.
Come on over. You know.
Zip out.
I don't know if you're a fan. There's a lot of nude beaches in St. Martin. You know, it's the culture.
That sounds inappropriate.
Yeah, you
As
know,
fuck.
just saying. So we'll steer clear of those, obviously.
Well,
but
I mean, you guys are gonna have
we-
a blast
if we wander through
and
it,
now's the
but-
perfect time of year to do it. Now it's like
Yeah.
it's horrible
So
out.
cold here, yeah, exactly.
Easy enough.
this is going to be a heavy Q&A podcast.
Let's get it.
We got questions for the group. We got questions for me. We got questions for corporate Colin
Hello?
over there. We got philosophical questions.
oh,
All right. I'm going to have, since I read at about a 2nd grade level, I'm going to have Ashley read the user it's from.
Yeah.
And then the question, and we'll just kind of...
we'll just jump right into it.
Fabulous. All right. First question is from K_Folly. Flip life question. So, what?
I didn't catch the last name on that. What was it?
Anyway, so flip life question. Do you deliver the couches to the buyers or do you have them pick them up at the storage unit?
It's so crazy with you. I've dated you for over 2 years now. The accent still
I know.
crushes my
It's
soul
like the
in a
first
good way.
time every
Do I
time.
call to read it?
No. Please
We
no.
read at the same level.
Yeah.
Sorry, one more time.
Oh, my Lord. All right. Do you deliver the couches to the buyers or do you have them pick them up at the storage unit?
Flip life question. Got it. Turning
Yeah.
trash into cash. If it's free, it's for me. I do both. If you, the hack is if you deliver the couch, you can then charge for delivery. Hello.
Last time I
So-
asked you about that, you're like, I'm just gonna deliver it, charging them an extra 20.
Yeah.
go
You deliver
wrong.
it. The problem you get in there on deliveries, now you got to like bring it into their home. Which
Right.
Gets a little.
And now you're kind of moving up in the world a little bit. What if they're just like, oh my God, Kevin?
You know what's funny? I've had that.
happened, yeah.
You've been with me a lot when that's
Yeah.
happened.
Really?
Because my old game was.
It was his. It wasn't like
They'd be
Right.
like, "Where'd you get the couch?" I was like, "Oh, old playroom."
Yeah.
And now they know me, and they're like, "You don't have a playroom."
Yeah. I know you
I was
answered
like,
the
whoa.
questions. You do not clean all your product.
yeah,
It's just some
Yeah.
stained
So now I
couch.
have to be unbelievably transparent.
I know.
Now it's like, no, you get it. I got it for free.
The one that I was there, wasn't it like an older dude like up in Andover or something? He was
Yes.
like a father though with kids and he knew exactly who you were.
yeah, he was like our dad's
Crazy.
age.
Yeah.
Crazy.
He was like, Kevin. Yeah. But yes, I will do both. I will deliver. You charge extra for delivery. Typically like $1 a mile sometimes, you know?
Ooh, it's one of those. So just go pick it up.
Yeah, you know? Next question.
All right, this one I'm not going to say the name. It's a little bit more personal. So just in case, you know, he wants to stay a little low key. Any advice for someone struggling in their career and trying to refine themselves?
Struggling in their career.
are your thoughts?
I'm in the same boat as this guy right now, so I completely understand. I would say is just at least find something you're a little passionate about that you could do on the side.
Yep.
That just is something to look forward to outside of work.
100%.
And then in due time, make sure that that becomes your full-time job.
I agree.
Yeah.
But
I agree. I like that. I like that. I was expecting him to say masturbate there. You know?
Wow.
Just knowing Colin for so long.
well,
that
just masturbate
really,
and then ask yourself that question
Yeah.
after.
That
Then you're-
actually was his passion outside of his job.
Oh, yeah. That's why
my
my
mom
forearms
listens to
are
this show,
ripped.
guys. I don't think I said that. That doesn't even sound like
We
me.
made a pact to steer clear of the masturbation jokes when we came here.
I got a masturbation quota. Put one on the board.
Yeah, that's it. You know what? Go home, masturbate, then ask yourself that same question.
Jesus Christ. I agree.
Jesus
I agree with that. Got derailed.
Agree with my first.
I agree with Colin's
point.
first statement. Yeah, I think you try. I think I look at life as like a buffet.
Right.
You know, you got to go in and you don't know, you don't like the lobster unless you try it. You
Right.
know? So industry wise, try different careers, taste test, see what you like.
Right. Because that's literally where I'm at right now. Like my job, hopefully my boss doesn't watch this. I don't think he will.
and
I
fired.
hate it. It sucks.
Yeah.
Right. But doing this is cool. So
Yeah.
it helps me get through my week,
Yeah.
especially the days that we do it like today. I was in Portsmouth just working, but I knew we were doing this.
Yep.
So work didn't suck as bad.
You're
You know what I
whistling
mean?
while you work now.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Well, on the go kind of deal. But we make time for all of it.
Yeah, I like it. What would you say?
I think for me, because I kind of went through a huge career change, like my passion actually was always healthcare. And then it got to a point where you never make like great money in healthcare, but so I wasn't making money. And now I wasn't passionate about it anymore. Of course, like COVID and stuff kind of caused you to like hate it a little bit. And I felt so stuck. And, you know, everyone's always like, well, what are you passionate about? Like, I'm passionate about healthcare and I hate healthcare now. So I don't know what to do here. But Kevin really, you know, like pushed me to take the jump and get out of it for a little bit. And, you know, maybe I'll go back to it in a couple years. Maybe I won't. But I think just like don't stay where you're miserable. There's so many options out there, and you know, even if you jump to the next option and like you don't love that, okay, well there's another one out there for you.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
there's so much opportunity, and it is really, really scary, but it's scarier to stay where you feel stuck. So
Yeah, oh yeah.
I think too, I heard on I forget what podcast it was, but this guy was basically saying like he's in a position to hire folks. He's like, if I see someone bounce around on resumes, it's a huge red flag.
Right.
I couldn't disagree more. I think
Right.
we live in a land of such opportunity. You know, if you bounce
Yeah.
every 3 months, the days of your parents being like, oh, I got to stay at
Yeah,
least
you
a
gotta
year.
stick to
It's a
it.
resume
Yeah.
builder. I think it's trash. There's
Well, that's
so
like
much
me,
opportunity
dude.
out there.
Me recently, it would be like 8 months to a year, and I'd be at the job for like 8 months to a year. A lot of it was in construction before I bounced out to what I'm doing now.
Yep.
But it was like 8 months to a year at different companies, and it wasn't like getting fired and doing that where you would look at my resume thinking this kid's bouncing around.
Yeah.
It was just at that 8th month mark or a year, I'm thinking to myself like, all right, so am I going to let another year go by
Yeah,
this?
right.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Or like another 2 years of
Yeah.
this? I hate this.
There's so
then
much
you jump into
opportunity out
something
there.
else. So like if that guy said it, he looks at my resume, he'd be like, this kid sucks, dude. Because it's just new job every other year. Because I get to
But
that
you
point.
can. There's so
Yeah.
much opportunity out there. Yeah.
absolutely.
Next question.
So this is the _ wandering _ cat 13.
Yeah.
Well, cat with a K, like Catherine.
Right.
Please talk more about Flip Life. 1, do you ever clean this stuff, or do you just avoid?
Here we go. Okay.
Cleans it sometimes.
I'm going to give you the secrets to the Flip Life right here, right now. All right. You search free. You pick the item up for free. I don't touch it at all. Other than moving it, obviously, I don't touch it at all. You take 10 photos of this item. You then repost it to Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp. Bing, bang, boom. You store it in I was storing it in my parents' place for a while before I then got a storage unit. Once it sells, we talked about earlier, then you can deliver it and aside from there. I don't waste time. I'm not a upholstery guy or some sort of seamstress. I don't know how to sew. Like I barely clean my own place, you know? So
I'm not going to clean somebody else's couch.
I got a maid.
So when you say
I'd
you
like to be
put,
paid.
Yeah.
if you put something online to sell, have you had a product up there that just wouldn't go that you
Yeah.
just took down?
Totally.
Or are you just selling everything?
No. That's such a good question.
Like how long would you leave something up before you're like, screw it? No one's like giving me
This is
anything for
my
it.
cadence. If whatever I price it at, every 7 days that it doesn't move, I drop the price by like 10, 20%.
Right.
And then if I'm holding it for like a month, 2 months, and it's down to like $100, $50,
Right.
and it's not moving, you bring it to the dump.
Yeah.
You dump it.
Oh, wow.
You know?
Well, would you look at that?
So, and that's going to happen. That's inevitable. Like,
Right.
it really is a volume game. Like, the more items you can pick up, the more at bats, if you will, to sell.
Right.
You're going to have a couple duds. But you know what my standards are? Honestly, that like changed the game for me with Flip Life. I will only pick up items that I myself would put in my own house.
Right.
Because
Well,
then
that makes sense.
Because then it keeps you from like back in the day.
See some broken lava lamp. You're like, I could get $10 for that.
It's true. It like you up your standards a little bit, And now it prevents you from kind of collecting like,
I've becoming like a freaking hoarder or something.
Yeah,
Next thing you know,
yeah.
your storage unit is just full of shit that
Yeah.
you're not selling.
dude, I've gone to like trap houses and picked up and then not picked up the couch,
Using this?
not like yeah. and once I see the condition the couch is in, I'll walk.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if it's couch blows,
Just stains.
I'm out. Yeah. If they have a pit bull that's literally like actively peeing on the couch
Right.
as we're grabbing, I'm like, you guys can keep it. You
Right.
know? Like, so no, I do not clean the furniture.
Yeah.
You know?
So you might want to give it a rub down
Same,
when
man,
Kev drops it
pickle.
off.
But it's in good condition. Okay. So
That's awesome.
next question.
Josh T. He is really messing up my grammar, but what be your morning routine? Because your energy level be at 200 mph.
First of all, so
Is that how they said it? Is that how they
Oh,
said
yeah.
it?
And because, of course, was spelled.
C-U-Z.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It was the morning routine was the question.
I was just gonna say too. I don't remember what the question was.
What's the routine?
Yeah. I can speak about this about your morning routine. you take it.
Wake
We
up.
go back to the master.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, please. You guys, there's something else. This sounds so freaking cliche and I hate talking about it, but I honestly wake up, I hit the gym,
Yeah.
and then as I'm filming the morning alarm, that's fresh off of a workout, you know?
Right.
I'm never like,
So it's never before the workout.
no, God, no.
Right.
No, it's always after. That's why I'm like coming at you like 900 miles an hour.
Right.
Because, you know how you feel when you leave the gym?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're buzzing, you know?
Like,
So I literally grab the phone, and that's the moment a morning alarm gets filmed. Is basically like I'm actively leaving the gym.
just creatined out of your mind.
Just
couple coffees,
that's
couple
really
scoops.
it. Like I don't have any like I feel like a lot of
There's no rituals or anything.
yeah. You hear a lot of weird like oh I get up and I meditate and then I journal and I take an ice bath and then I masturbate and then you know what I mean. Like wake up. I might lay down the law when it comes to flatulence. You know,
Great.
Dude,
rattles the
you
walls.
and me both.
You as well.
It's
Oh, great.
so
Lovely.
crazy.
Right. I go to the bathroom. I brush my teeth. I'm out the door.
That's
Gym.
love.
Morning alarm. And we're off to the day.
Especially when you guys can just let loose in front of each other. I feel like that's what true love is.
Truly.
You ever see that
It needs
meme
to-
where it was like,
Or true divorce.
Yeah.
You see that meme where it's like the chick's like brushing her teeth and the dude's like in a wife beater just taking a dump like with his head. And it's like, you've now
Yeah.
entered the part of the relationship where there is no breaking up.
Yeah,
Now, congratulations,
100%.
you are in.
It's a lot though. Let me tell you. It's.
We don't have to dive into it. Next
Yeah.
question.
Do you ever have a bad? Oh, this is from Michelle Moore in 27. Do you ever have a bad day? I love that we always see you so upbeat.
Yeah. I feel like there's another like cliche thing you hear, which I kind of like hate saying, but like, so we talk about it a lot. We talked about coming here. I listen to Jocko in the morning, his podcast.
Oh, yeah.
So I listen to like some of the darkest stuff you ever hear.
Right. So it can't be that bad.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
As far
World
as
War II survivor.
Right.
You know, Vietnam. This guy he just had on was a POW that spent 10 months in solitary confinement, just pitch black. In the Vietnam.
Yeah, that's a tough place.
10 months.
To,
So then how
be a
can you,
prisoner of war.
my truck could light on fire as we're speaking. And as
Right.
long as like the four of us in this room are good, Jim and Jan are good, the family's good, you and your family are good, like we're good.
Yeah.
You know?
I have like I'd say the first 10 minutes of my morning, I'm in a horrible mood. there is no happy call in first 10 minutes. But once I'm up and I like walk out of the door and I'm in motion,
Yeah.
it all goes away.
Yeah.
But it's that like, you ever just wake up super comfortable?
Yeah.
Just super comfortable. Like you got to get up. And that's
Yep.
the first thing I think of in the morning. Just like, fuck.
You know what your brain's doing to you that I realized recently? Your brain in the morning when you first wake up is lying to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Because
literally
all
lying.
I'm thinking of is like what excuse I could say
Yeah.
not to go to work today for the first 5 minutes. I'm like, what
hit
do I got?
snooze. Hit snooze.
Hit snooze one more
The bed's
time.
so warm.
Then
Why
you just
would you
gotta
get
pee
out?
so bad, you get up, then you're up.
Your brain
And
is
you're in.
literally lying to you.
It is. It
That's
is.
Colin's
you know?
morning routine.
Yeah.
My morning routine would be I'm up, shower, brush my teeth, coffee, out the road.
Yeah, yeah.
Or on the road.
Out the door.
Out the door, onto the road.
We need
The road's
Out
closed.
the road. It's quick, dude, because I value every minute in the morning
Yeah.
that I get to sleep.
Yeah.
So you know if your alarm goes off and you still got 2 minutes, you're
Yep.
like, oh, yes,
Yep.
like go right back to sleep. So I value every minute in the morning to where I have just enough time to shower, masturbate, and then hit the road.
Okay.
It's like a
We got to
sixth
chill
one.
with
I
that.
think,
Yeah,
I
on to the
honestly
next-
think, I
next
think we've
question.
reached the quota.
Yeah,
I think we're there.
Yeah. We're done with that. That's inappropriate.
I think yeah. But happiness, it's all perspective.
Yes.
Right? So
Yes.
get some perspec.
Absolutely.
Next
All
one,
right.
please.
This one actually is not my sister. _JadeXO said, what helps you build a strong foundation for your relationship?
You wanna start this one? Love to hear your thoughts.
Whew. So I feel like we do really good. What's that word? Sorry, I'm like blanking.
Car?
Love.
No, when you
You see the hands?
when like sometimes you talk and one person has to like give in a little. You have to like come to a happy
Compromise.
Thank
Air
you
five.
guys. So I feel like we do a really good job at compromising, and we always do what I want to do. So
Kev is
That's-
great at compromising.
well, I'm compromising it by listening to him.
Totally. No, I couldn't agree more. Honestly, it pretty much checks
Well,
out.
I let him talk.
Right, exactly.
It's compromise.
No. In all
battle axe.
honesty, I just think we have really good communication. So
You know what it was? Our
what?
first date, we literally sat down M Street Beach, and we talked. I think we said this on one of the
I
last
said
pods.
communication, yeah.
We said everything you probably shouldn't talk about. We talked about
Like what?
religion. We talked about
Oh, wow.
politics.
There you go.
She was like, "Where do you stand politically?"
Yeah, but do you guys
know?
fall in the same boat
Yeah.
on all those?
Everything.
So then there you
So
go.
that's what we knew. We were like,
there
"Oh,
could
cool."
be one of those. There could be all the topics that you guys agree on, and let's just say you threw out one that was kind of important.
Yeah.
like whatever religion, whatever that you did. Like, what would you guys do if you didn't agree on those like important things?
It'd be tough to
I
even
think it
have
really
a
just
relationship.
depends, though. Like, yeah, like so, what you want in a relationship? Like, I have friends who date people of different religions, and like, and I'm not saying anything is wrong by that, but like, they aren't really too religious themselves. Like, they were just raised in
Right,
that certain
right, right.
religion, so they're totally comfortable and okay if like their kids have a different religion, things like that. Starting at like a young age, whereas like for both of us, like we both like practice our religion ourselves, and it's really important that our kids are baptized in the church that we both, things like that we both get married in a church that we like, and that's something that to us is important.
Right.
Other couples might not feel that way, and that's fabulous for them. Like, you got to do what works best for you, but for us, like, it was something that neither of us actually would compromise on. So that's
Right.
kind of just
Totally.
when like, don't waste your time, just figure it out.
Well, that's good that you got it. That's like
Got it out of the way.
It's,
First
it's
date.
dangerous first date, but it's almost necessary.
Very
If you
necessary.
sit down with this girl and you're like, okay, everything on the outside looks good to where like I'd date this girl.
Right.
Now
Right.
let's start asking the hard hitting
Right.
questions.
Yeah.
I met you 10
Then
minutes
you're good to
ago,
go.
but let's do it.
You're good to go.
Yeah.
That
You
way,
know?
you like you said, not wasting
Yeah.
anybody's time.
Yeah, you get
I
out
don't
there in
even
the
think
air.
we got to our destination yet, and this was actually probably
So who are you voting for?
Probably the most important question I asked, though, was when you go out to eat, how do you order your steak? Because that is one that
Medium
How do you-
rare.
Bags.
Medium
Medium
rare.
rare.
Yeah. If it
Let
was-
that thing bleed, baby.
No, sir.
I wanna-
You're gonna get sick.
I want to hear the cows moo.
See,
you know?
if it was anything over medium, I'd say you turn back around, you drop me off at
So
my
it
father's
depends
house.
on where we're at. Like if I go to the nines, I'm getting medium well because it's never going to be
It's
cooked
not-
to what
well, you
you
go to a nice
order it to.
steakhouse.
Then it won't be medium well. It'll be less than that. So
Right.
I go medium well at nines. If I go to like a nice steakhouse, then I do medium.
I do rare.
Medium. Rare's tough.
See, I go
Rare's
medium
tough
rare.
because like I feel like it's still moo. I feel like Gordon Ramsay. It's
yeah.
still alive.
Oh,
like you know what I mean? Like it's still.
It absolutely is.
Yeah,
It's the best
yeah,
part.
it is scrumptious.
I'm a
That's
bit
a
of an-
stomach ache waiting to happen.
Yeah, I think it's I like
I
it.
heard IBS affects us all.
Yeah, we do all have IBS in this room. Peter, do you have IBS? Sure. 4 for 4. Peter's like, get me out of this freaking room. Next question, please.
All right, Pat_Dylan asked, what's something you know now that you wish you knew when you were younger?
That's always a good one. Want to start
For
over
the
there?
softies. Oh, I got one that this dawned on me probably like 8 months ago. No one, and I mean no one, knows what they're doing.
Yeah, dude.
In any industry,
It's
man.
good
I
that you
used to be a
said that.
kid. Remember being a kid and you look at your mom and dad, you'd be like, Jim and Jan got it all figured
Right.
out. And I didn't realize at the same time as I'm growing up, my parents are also growing up.
Well, that-
going through
exactly.
things for the first time. And then I was meeting different bosses at different jobs, and I was like, wow, they really got it put together. And
Nope.
and then now, kind of hindsight, I'm only 27, so
Yeah.
still actively learning. There's no one has all the answers,
Right. But still, when you were looking, your parents were like, they were probably around that age when they had you and Shauna and Colleen and all that, like 27,
Yeah.
30s, to where like you look at them as like an infant child. Like
Yeah.
they're, like you said, got it all figured out,
Yeah.
old people, and they're 30.
Right.
And they're like where we're
Yeah.
at now, just
Yeah.
kind of like, what the hell? Well, we got kids.
still figuring it out.
So I was actually I was with my best friend the other day who just had twins. They're 2 months old, almost 3 months old. And I was like laughing with her because I was like, oh, the other day I made like dinner just came out perfectly. Like I timed everything perfectly. I was so proud of myself. And I was like saying to Kevin how proud I was. And I was like, I still feel like we're playing house. Like I don't feel like an adult.
Waiting for mom to pick me up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I asked her because she's married with twins and owns a house.
Right.
And I was like, do you feel like an adult? She's like, God, no. She's like, I can't believe I'm trusted with these things.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's just like, I was hoping that maybe once I had a kid, I'd start feeling like an adult. But I think, like he's saying, like everyone's still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And I
You know?
think that something that should be talked about more is that BS assumption of at 30 you got to have your life figured out.
Yeah.
Right.
I see it with. I mean, we'll probably see her later tonight. My own twin sister, like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, at 27, you kind of feel like, ooh, I should be like settling down, and you know,
Right.
But the consumption of at 30, I should be put together financially. I should have a family.
Right.
I should be in a, you know, have a home. Like, is BS. There's 50-year-olds still figuring it out.
Yeah.
Do you know?
It leads to so much more like now depression and stuff because you don't feel like you're where you should be. And,
Yep.
you know, you get so upset with yourself because of that.
Do you know Grey Goose vodka was started by a woman who was 72?
She knew what she lacked.
Yeah, exactly. No,
Yeah.
2
Isn't
Chainz
that crazy?
came on the scene when he was like 36, dude.
And I think didn't someone said like Jay-Z didn't drop his first album till
no.
like 30 or something like
Jersey
that. or
Shore
something
took
early.
Pauly D. He was like 35 when they took him.
That's
right.
hilarious.
Isn't that? It's like
It is crazy,
It is
yeah.
crazy, but it's. I'd say I'm the same with exactly what you said, dude. When I first started bouncing at Alibi, like years ago, when
Yep.
Shane got me the job, he said that because you see a lot of like doctors and lawyers and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that coming into that because it's like a higher end place right at the
Yeah.
Liberty Hotel.
Yep.
And he said the first thing to me was like, dude, first thing you're gonna find out is that no one knows what they're doing or what they want to do. Even when they're in their profession, they always want to.
Totally.
You have the surgeon who loves what he's doing, who's making buku money, that has that dream that he wants to do and he's not doing it. And like,
Yeah, totally.
no one knows what's going on.
Totally.
They're all just rolling with the punches.
Yep.
That's like the first thing you figure out. You
Yep.
get a little older, like, wait, because I still don't know what's going on. And I'm like, 3 years are going to pass.
And I
I'm
don't think-
still not going to know.
You
Yeah.
shouldn't. It's a big misconception.
Absolutely.
Next question, please.
Absolutely. Next question is fun activities in Boston you and Ash like to go to. Need some good date night ideas.
Ew.
Well, you start this one.
I mean for us.
Who's not this one?
Oh, A_Bootin215.
Bootin.
Or Bootin. I don't know.
Mixed between Putin and Boofin. I was like, whoa. Huh?
Fun. Yeah.
Date night
What do you
ideas.
guys do?
So we're
Colin's writing down.
What do you do? What do you wear when you're in a relationship? What do you do?
we're more low key. We like to do sometime. We usually do like a little drink at our apartment before we go out.
A little pregame.
Yep, little like cocktail hour we call as adults.
I'm single.
It is. We do. We have a little cocktail hour.
Oh,
we no
cocktail
joke play Frank Sinatra.
Yep.
And we'll put like a Netflix fireplace on the TV.
Yep, glass of wine and sometimes a little bit of cheese and meat charcuterie. And then we usually do dinner, and then after dinner, we're not like big partiers by any means. So we'll either do like, you know, a cocktail at
Cigar
Rico
bar?
or
Cigar bar, yeah.
Great
yeah,
spot.
or the cigar bar like Paradiso or things like that, or the cigar bar.
What time
We
do you
really
guys
like-
find yourself coming home after date night when you do go out? Like, what are you guys staying out all night? Is it getting crazy? What
Oh,
do we
we're
got?
in at like 11.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Makeup's off. I'm sleeping by midnight.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
Because you
it's-
don't want to be going crazy.
Yeah.
Here I am.
So what's your date night?
I don't have any fun. Every time I am talking to a girl, I send pictures of her to Kevin and I ask him, what do I do? Where do I go? What do I do?
Good prospect on the hook now. You know? We
Oh,
can-
yeah,
we
yeah,
can-
yeah. So I DM'd this girl.
Yep.
So far, she seems great. And
She
that's,
answered?
yeah, well,
good.
that's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
she
Here we
seems.
go.
It's like
Yep.
she likes
Yeah.
me, right?
Yep.
She actually answered me. She's talking to me. And what's cool about her is, I DM'd her, and she answered like right away because I was expecting like the 4 hours from now get something back, and then we're gonna play that time game.
Yep.
She answered right away. And then, you know me, as soon as it's getting sent to me, I'm just boom, saw, answered, boom.
Wow.
And we've been going back and forth like that for like 4 days.
Here we
now.
go.
And
This is
I
big.
now this is actually a good topic because I was asking you literally yesterday on the phone. I was like, sometime this weekend, hopefully, would take this girl out. I
Yep.
just don't know.
Did you ask for her number yet?
Baby steps.
No.
Baby steps.
Yes.
Baby steps.
No, that's okay. I
No, I
do think
didn't.
though that, you know, because like I have a couple of
I would
friends.
get the number before and that
Yeah.
way ask the date
Yeah.
through
Yes.
the text
Good.
as
Nice,
opposed
yes.
to, yeah.
Because I do have a couple of friends who they're still like either on like the apps, not still saying on the apps, but like they're going on dates with people just through communicating on the app still.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
Or,
Once
like,
it got to
Snap.
the
Gotta get the
real
number.
deal,
You
that
gotta
would
get to
be
the number,
that
yeah.
would be number.
You ready for this
Yeah.
hot take, dude? I was driving today and it really dawned on me. It's one of my buddy's birthdays over the weekend, so we're doing like brunch.
Yeah,
And then it literally clicked. I go, if I was single, which I am not,
right.
but although
Be careful what you say.
Okay, yeah. Go.
you ready for this hot take, dude? I
Like
think
your biggest nightmare.
this is not proven, but I honestly think I'm onto something here.
Got you.
If I was a single man, I would bet I would have a better chance at finding love at brunch rather than at the bar at night. Hear me out. Ready for this?
Yeah.
At a bar, you got a good mix of girls and guys.
Yes.
Guys, more dudes.
Yep.
More competition.
Right.
For the girls, less chance they see you. At
Right.
brunch, almost no dudes.
No dudes.
You and I have known each other our whole life. We've never done brunch.
No.
We've done a lot of bar nights.
Never done brunch.
Less dudes, more chicks.
Right. And then you kind of
Am I?
eliminate because here's the thing. I'm not sleeping together on the first date no matter what. Anyway,
Right.
all jokes aside,
Right.
that's like
Totally.
an actual thing
Yeah.
for me. So brunch would almost eliminate the stress about like, because
Like-
you're not like, I hope she's not thinking like I'm gonna tell her to come back with
Yeah,
me
yeah.
or vice versa.
Yeah.
And at brunch, I mean, if you're leaving the place
it's
you're at
2 p.m.
3:30, yeah,
That's
then
a good, I'll
that
text you.
eliminates the stress of like, what are we doing after? Because not sex, because inappropriate. We don't do that on
No,
the first
because
date.
the sun's up.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
Right.
I haven't met your mother
So maybe
yet.
it is. Maybe it's brunch.
I'm telling you, dude.
and like the North End brunch,
I'm telling you.
or like a seaport brunch.
little plug for Strega here. You go to Strega for brunch?
That's
What
not
time's your brunch reservations tomorrow, by the way? Because I will be there.
Oh,
Did I say I was getting brunch? I think you, Colin, you probably mentioned brunch, right? It's an 11 a.m. reservation at Lincoln, oddly enough. So I think
oh
it's
wow!
it's
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow. It's Mitch's. You should come, honestly. It's you know
I'll
Mitch.
probably be there.
Oh, perfect.
Me and Kyle just like waking up out the
Never
booth.
left, huh?
What the?
Dude, I think we're onto something. I think there's a better shot
I
of
think
finding
brunch
love
is
at
it,
brunch.
dude.
Yeah.
Because it does. It eliminates a lot of the stress
Yeah.
for what you're doing after.
It's a more
and it's
appropriate-
more appropriate. Yeah, exactly. It's more like gentleman-like,
Yeah,
right?
I'm telling you.
But more
Okay.
casual too. Less makeup that has
Yeah.
to go on, you know.
Super cash.
Next question.
Irish Mick 25 said, "What's your biggest fear being married?" Cough.
Ooh.
Dating a Boston girl.
I think they're more capable to kill you.
Yeah.
At brunch tomorrow
I
at
just think
11.
they're. Let me put it this way. I think
She knows how to fight.
I think, yeah,
Yeah, I do.
yeah. It's weird. Like she throws hands like Tyson. I think she's connected to the mob loosely. Like I think I could get taken down on at any day.
Yeah.
You know, like I just wouldn't
could.
be surprised if things went south and they were like, very pasty white male washes
Yeah.
ashore on the aquarium.
Very pasty.
yeah, ungodly white. Like, you know, I think. Whereas, you know, like a more farm girl from New Hampshire,
Right.
you know,
How'd
doesn't
that
have.
work out for you, your last couple girlfriends?
It didn't. A lot of crazies up there.
I know about that. Yeah, it didn't work
a lot
out.
of crazies.
They are crazy. And it's probably because there's
Crazy.
not as much to do, so they just start going nuts.
They
So
can
it's
milk
kind
a
of
cow, but they can
it's-
also-
dating in the Northeast is interesting. You either have psychotic girls from farmlands or you have mob-tied girls from the city.
Right.
You gotta really choose, you know.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
you know
yeah.
they're like choose your character. It's like choose your death. It's like
Just sit there.
slow, miserable, depressed with the
Yeah.
farm girl, or like
Quick and
instant hit with a
painless.
bat. real toss up.
You're welcome.
Next question.
Yeah. What made you want to start TikTok?
I was the guy. Colin and I used to do this actually. We were the ones doing like the school news in high school. Like media production was what it was
Media
called.
stuff was always
Yeah.
kind of something we liked doing.
Loved it.
And you were always, we talked about this on one podcast, you always seem to be ahead of the curve with like the new and improved app that comes out.
Right,
Because
right.
I remember it like it was yesterday when I was
Yep.
freshman year, something like that. I was sitting in study hall and Kev comes up to me as I was just getting good at Facebook.
Yep.
And Kev comes up to me, he was like, check this out and download it. I go, what? He's like, Instagram, dude. You post a pic,
Yep.
people start liking it. I was
Yep.
like, get out of here. Week later, he had me on it. And it was the same thing with TikTok. You
Yep.
came over and you were like, gotta try this out,
Yep.
download it, look at what you can do.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then it was just, you had the videos out the ass after
Dude,
that.
it's how my brain works. Like my brain is such a like it's almost, you know what I watched Fantasia for the first time? That's the Disney stuff with the
Mickey with no music. I mean, no. Yeah.
It's all music, right? It's like
Yeah, it's all
the
music.
I thought that
waterfalls and
was
stuff.
Fantasia, like the singer who won American Idol.
Oh, no, I mean like the dude. I remember watching.
That was way off.
I remember
she won
watching.
in like 04, so it was a while ago.
I no joke was probably 4. This is probably one of my earliest memories. I'm watching Fantasia, and I remember looking at it as if that was the inside of my brain. Literally, I was like, "Who printed this? How did they get this?" That's how my brain. It's a musical in here.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
monkey
High School
symbols.
Musical.
like at any moment, yeah, you could break. We're all in this. Like it could be a musical at any time. You know.
I love that.
So
Yeah.
next question.
All right, this is actually for both of you, which is pretty cool.
Boom.
Cool Girl 27 said, share your thoughts and feelings about living in the city versus where you grew up.
Ooh, take it away.
Living in the city versus where we grew up. Living in the city, when I was doing it, I enjoyed it. It was it's a huge shift, obviously, because you could just be a stone's throw away from this bar, that bar,
Yeah.
this club, whatever, as opposed to back home, you're just kind of
Yeah.
chilling. But I enjoyed the city more. I think when I get older, I'm obviously going to shift back outside
Yep.
the city. But where I'm at in my life now, I need the life. I need life around
The
me, dude.
sparkle.
I'm not ready to
Yep.
you know, whatever. I
Yeah.
just need people. I need shit moving.
Yep.
So I enjoy the city. It is, if you do it the right way, it's good. If you do it the wrong way and you spiral, and next
Yeah,
thing you
yeah.
know, you're an alcoholic at the bar every day. I don't know. This wasn't me last year, but
Right.
it was.
100%.
Then it's bad.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like you find your middle ground there.
I feel that.
And I enjoy the city though.
I agree. I like. It's funny. If it was up to Ash, she would have left. If it was up to Ash right now, we would be out of the city for sure.
Really?
She.
Oh, yeah.
Well, she's born and raised.
Well,
here.
yeah, you've been here.
Whereas for
over
me,
it.
it's like still so new and fun. But I will say, like things that should be convenient, very inconvenient. Like grocery shopping.
Well, yeah.
I gotta
that
go
kind of stuff.
grocery shop, lug the groceries back, and then like for us, I take the truck, park it in front,
Right.
pull the groceries out,
yeah.
pull them on the elevator, take them up, you know, and then you go
Truck's
back
still
down.
got the
Truck's
hazards
got the
on.
hazards on out front. You got to go, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas at home, you're there. You pull into the house.
It's
You're
an
good.
arm and a leg in the city.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
But I like it. I think it's a good change of pace.
What about you? Where are you at? Well, you obviously want to go get out of here.
I'm going to say short because I can go on a spiral here, but it's not the city I grew up in.
Right.
So the way I try to explain it to like some people is like, now imagine your hometown is now the new Boston.
Nervous laugh.
nervous shit.
But like, so now imagine
They call us
everyone
yuppies.
everyone coming in and now saying your accent's fake
Because they're from
because they're not from here.
right.
Everyone else, you know, so one, your accent's fake. They know Boston better than you. They've been here for 2 years. Oh, okay. I've been here for 28 years. Like it's just
Are those brass knuckles you just put on? What am I
I've been
seeing?
here for 28.
you know,
Ma'am, you cannot
things-
smoke in here.
Yeah.
all right?
You know, just like rent going up. Like my parents, who like we've had our house since the 1930s, and like it's so much more expensive now. My parents can't afford it. Like it's just changed so much that it doesn't have like that home feel to it anymore.
Right.
So that's why I want to like be able to create my home somewhere else now.
So where would that be? Ideally,
We'll for sure be back in Southern New Hampshire for sure.
Right,
Yeah. right,
Somewhere
right.
in that area.
Yeah.
But
Portsmouth.
man, I mean,
I mean,
Shauna's trying to get my older
Yeah,
sister's
well,
yeah.
trying
because
to get
it's
out
a
there
nice
ASAP.
middle ground between like having that space,
Yeah.
but still having like a cool downtown
Yeah,
area
yeah.
to go
Yeah.
to and
Yeah,
have some fun.
I do like Portsmouth. Portsmouth
Yeah.
is sweet, but probably I don't know. I want like a house up there, somewhere else too.
Right.
That you can
Well,
like
yeah,
fly
yeah,
in,
Yeah.
chill out. But
Fair enough.
All right. So now all these questions are actually directed straight to Colin.
these are
Hello.
good. I'm gonna read these ones because
You wanna read these ones?
I'm
These
very
ones I
excited
can
for
read.
Colin's
Let's see who we got.
question for Colin.
Yep.
Actually, you should read the first one. Now that I see it,
All right.
more appropriate.
Now, Colin,
Yeah.
if I'm not gonna like the response, just don't be honest, okay?
Don't be honest.
Just if I'm not gonna like it.
You're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
Was it hard having your best friend settle down with a girl you didn't really know?
1000%. Yes. It was difficult. And it wasn't difficult like I'm mad that he's settling down. It
Yeah.
was more so like I'm with Ashley. I'm like, who the fuck is Ashley,
Yeah,
dude?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
who is Ashley? And it would just happen because this one happened a little different with you guys. So like in the past, I had just known like your ex-girlfriends. Like I had just known them.
Yeah.
So once you guys
Yeah.
started dating, it was like nothing different.
Yeah.
And then when you were telling me about Ashley, I remember like you told me something about her one time. And you're like, there's this girl, like she's cool. Like I like her. I'm like, okay, cool. And then like we didn't talk about it for like another week or so, but obviously you guys were still going. And then you were like, yeah, dude, I don't know. I took her out. Like it's getting pretty serious. I think I want to date her or something. I'm like, okay, well, I have to know this girl. I have to meet this girl.
Like,
and then like 2 more weeks, another month went by, and I was like, where are you? I'm like, oh, I'm with Ashley. And I was like, if I don't see this chick,
you guys didn't meet for a while.
Out. It was a long time.
I actually remember the first time we met, I had gotten back from work. I was waitressing at night, and you were on the roof, and I looked like shithole. And I come up, I'm like, oh, it's so nice to meet
French
you.
for she didn't look great, just in case we lost her.
And I come up, and then you guys were talking about something. Oh, like, don't want to interrupt you guys. Like, continue the conversation. And I'm like walking away something, and you start talking about like the new season of The Bachelor. And I was like, what? And you're like, yeah. Like, who's your favorite? And I was like,
pretty correct.
Nobody watches that.
Yeah. That's me. Yeah, The Bachelor. I love it. But yeah, that for to answer the question, yeah, it was hard in that sense, just because the curiosity was killing the cat, dude. I was so curious as to like who you were, what you were, blonde or brunette.
Yep.
Like I was like, I need to see.
You know me, brunette.
And then I was like, I was also curious because you were known before to be around some crazies.
Oh yeah.
Turns out you're not crazy,
still
and
crazy.
you're wonderful, and you guys
you.
are great together.
Oh,
and I
wow.
can't wait for the wedding because that's going to be a fun one.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. You're looking at the best man right there. So.
Hello.
yeah.
I'm going to write the speech.
Yep. Logan underscore M. I don't know if you know this kid.
I know Logan. He's my coworker.
Okay. Logan underscore M underscore Wyman.
He probably said some weird shit.
Favorite non-pornographic magazine to masturbate to.
Good housekeeping. Next question.
This one I think could be love. Kimberly Moraine. Is he single?
Dangerously single, and through no fault of my own. I'm just kidding. It is all my fault. But yes, I am dangerously single to answer your question.
This might be a good follow-up to that ideal date as a single guy.
Ooh.
Ideal date. So for me, I was thinking about this the other day, and not to sound like cheap or anything, but because like the good dates are going to come and like those special places that you'll go to.
And you're a Gold Card member at the 99.
Exactly. But what I would like just to see, kind of like how you're the first date was M Street Beach, right?
Yeah. Free.
I would like to do something along those lines, like something super casual, just to see like her reaction.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like, if stuff ends up proceeding and we're going good, like we're going to go to the nice restaurants, we're going to have the nice dates, but out of the gate, just to see like if you appreciate it or not, or like if it's not good enough, like and I'm not saying I'm going to take you to the nines, but maybe like something like you guys did, like a free day, like a beach day to where you do something that's free and it's not like some high class dinner.
Yeah.
See where her head is at after that. I think that would be an ideal first date, because then the good stuff will come out.
I totally agree.
It was honestly best date, and I mean maybe that honestly is why we work. So like I recommend you doing that, because our first date was 6 or 7 hours long. Where if you were to take someone to dinner, that's 2 hours.
Right.
Then like you're talking over eating food, and it's kind of awkward. You don't want to like stuff your face, and there's like other people coming to the table.
Yeah, it's a
and then it's like a check, and like the girl's gonna like pretend to put her card in, and like there's just a lot of like kind of forced conversation where like at the beach it was literally just us two, and then some random kid who decided to join in.
Well, it's pretty weird.
But like we just talked about everything. No one else was interrupting us. It wasn't like food interrupting us. It wasn't waiter interrupting us. It wasn't like, okay, it's time for you guys to leave
no
now,
time
interrupting
frame.
us.
Nope.
So I think like you really can get to know someone so much more. And then like if someone only is going out with you for like an expensive dinner, that says a lot about their character too.
Exactly.
So and trust me, they do come later. So
they will come.
They come. So
They will come.
Well, it is tough to make them come. But this is from your boy Logan again. What's with all the tats?
I knew we would have some good ones. The tats, dude. So the story behind the tats is it's pretty simple.
You want to flash some tats, maybe while you're just?
Yeah, we'll get there. The tattoos, it was pretty bad. So long story short, I grew up with an older brother who was tatted from head to toe. He started getting them when he was 15. He's 5 years older than me. And so anybody who grew up as the younger brother, anything your older brother does is the coolest thing. Right. Any clothes he wears, coolest thing. Car he drives, music he listens to. Right. I was just doing whatever he was doing.
Right.
And he came home one day when he was 15, and he took off his shirt and he's like, look at this, he has a tattoo. And my poor mother, she was more worried for me than she was mad at Shane.
She knew how
so she
impressionable
just
you were.
like saw Shane's tattoo and looks directly at me. At 10 years old, she goes, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it.
Covered in
and
henna.
I knew it. Man, I used to say it in high school. I was like, I'm gonna get my chest down to here. I'm gonna do this. And my parents would just tell me, as long as you're living under my roof, you're not doing any of that shit.
Yep.
I was like, cool. And as soon as we graduated high school, I moved down to Florida, and the first week, just arm, chest,
Yeah.
Oh my
and
God.
and
Whole
I
savings account
it
on
was
your
so
body.
bad. And then I'd come home for like the holidays, and I'd leave, I'd get out of the shower like fully dressed, and my mother would just be like, "Let me see," and I'd be like, "Oh shit!" So they know about it. My dad knows about all the tattoos. My mom does. They hate them. They're not, but I'm their son, so they love me.
Yep.
As far as what's with all the tattoos, I was easily influenced by my older brother,
Yeah,
who is now
checks out.
tatted up too, and
Checks
they're
out.
not going anywhere anytime soon. So
The
shit.
painful procedure.
Yeah, hopefully my future girlfriend likes tattoos.
I think any girl likes tattoos.
Oh, well, like my
true.
horrible
He's got some
my
good ones.
jailhouse tattoos.
All right, this is where we'll go rapid fire with these to kind of close out with these. We put a poll up to run anonymous questions.
Ooh,
This
dangerous.
is where we get a little more philosophical. Right. A little more dark.
Big word for you.
Yeah.
Philosophical.
I've been reading more, so you know. I honestly don't even know really how to answer this one. Fiance keeps making subtle comments about myself. ... Needing to lose weight. Any advice?
Yeah, that's
You know what's funny though about that? What comes my just instant gut reaction? If you're happy with yourself and she's not, you gotta bounce. And this could be vice versa. This could be the girl saying it too.
well.
but-
My thing would be like her asking that question anonymously.
Big word.
Right? And almost as if like she's heard her significant other say these things but hasn't said anything. Like my question would be like, how close are you guys? Because in
Right.
relationships I've had, I'd be like, if that were me, and I'd be like, like, oh, maybe we should go hit the gym. Like there would be no like gray area. It'd be like, what, are you gonna try
Right.
and tell me that I'm fat or something
Yeah.
like that? It would just be the communication would be there. So if I don't, it's a tough one. Like if you hear him saying it, I'd say just call him on it. Be like, what the hell are you trying to say?
Right.
And then have the conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
This next question is equally
Equally as weird.
This is where you get weird ones on the anonymous stuff. How do I tell the guy I'm dating that I'm a virgin? Can I pretend I'm not? Question mark.
Dude, you freaking
No.
tell him you're a virgin and he will fall in love with you. Tell him. Tell him.
maybe-
What guy's going to be like, ew?
Where I went with that is like maybe she's in a situation where it's more like religious and they got to tie the knot to do the deed, you know?
Well, then if that's your
And if-
person, then he'll understand.
Yeah,
and then,
exactly, exactly.
Dude, if
Exactly.
my girl, like everything I liked about her, whatever, and she told me that it's because of religion and I'm a virgin and I want to save myself till marriage, dude, I would probably I'd call you right out of the gate and be like, founder.
Right.
Like, that's like, it would be done for.
Right.
So I wouldn't
Right.
be nervous to say it. I'd just say it and be.
I think definitely own up to that. I wish I was sometimes. Sorry. I'm just saying, like, I wish when
I was going to be like, yeah, me too.
Wait.
Wait. Never mind.
Well, I can hear you. Okay. Jesus. This one is a paragraph long. And I'm
Ashley to read?
nervous. Yeah, could you read this actually?
Jesus.
That'd be great.
There's so much to take in this life, things to experience, people to meet, so many new things you still have yet to learn about yourself. I'm your age. Do you feel like it's still kind of young to get engaged? Bro. They say when you know, but do you know if you're being rushed or not?
Next question.
Is that her asking for her sake or wants to know your
This is actually
situation?
me sitting in the... No, I'm just kidding.
I think you know what's funny, and this might hurt you a little bit,
Hello.
but it is so true. The when you know is so real, and probably about a year ago, I was still like, I'm so young, you know, like. But now I'm at a point where it's like,
You know.
There
A year ago, we already dated.
yeah.
How long you guys been at it?
2 quick years.
2 years.
Too quick. Too quick.
2.5 years.
Just
But
like
you really
that.
I didn't believe that shit at first when someone says you know, because I was like, that's such fucking bullshit. But if you're saying that to yourself, you don't know.
Right.
So you don't know until you know.
I know you know you, and I know that I know you. So
You know what I mean? But it really is so true. No joke. I got real serious. I was like, kind of putting life in perspective, and I was like, oh, it just hits you. It hits you like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
I really think it's all about communication, though. Like, there are some women who, like, also don't want to get engaged or married, or they want to wait years and years. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just think it's most important to, like, have those conversations. We've had so many conversations about it and been on the same page. Like, if you feel like you're too young and, like, your significant other's pushing you, like, I just think open conversation, like, be on the same page, stuff like that.
You gotta be ready to go.
I'm gonna have you read this question, and we'll end with this one.
Okay. May you read it?
Yeah, you can read
it. Okay. Dude, my nails look like shit right now, so please don't make this it. Sorry.
Read the question.
Have you bought the ring yet?
Oh.
Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. I will check you out next week. Hugs and kisses. This is the No Limits Podcast. Love ya.